Hi there, it's Daryl again, and sorry I didn't get ahead of tying the fly for the other night for Project Healing Waters, but I'm going to do one here really quick. It's we tied a stillborn, Mayfly stillborn. I'm not sure where the recipe that they walked through us on there, but I'm getting this out of tying the Swisher Richards fly and covering stillborns on there. And the one I'm going to tie is going to be one with upright wings, kind of like what we tied for the Mayfly. The other version you could tie would be the one where the wing case is kind of broken up a little bit, but the wings aren't out, and there is a little legs on the front part along with the shuck, and kind of looks like this one here. And the one I'll tie is right in here. But yeah, and or if you wanted to, somewhere in there reading through here on this, that you could have one of the wing cases still on open and with a wing coming out, could be another version. But I'm going to tie the stillborn Freewing, only because I need practice on tying wings in, like maybe a lot of other people out there in the fly tying world. And we'll show and talk about the materials as we go along. Alright, this is a fly we're tying. It's the this is a fly that we're tying. It's the Swisher Richards still fly and free wings in there. Not tied very well, but hey, it's stillborn. It's a crippled type of mayfly. But the only difference is that in the recipe they call for a small hen feather to be used as the shuck, which that is that area right there. And otherwise it's the same dubbing and duck quill feather. We'll explain the materials as we go along. I'm using a size 16 standard dry fly hook. I'll go ahead and put that in the vise. I've already debarbed it. And I'm going to be using A-dot thread. In brown or olive brown. And we're going to go ahead and we'll start our thread just in front of that halfway point, and we'll take it back to where the barb used to be. For the shuck, I'm going to use some Indian hen hackles feathers. And I don't need a big one, so I'm going to take it down here at the bottom, since I'm tying like on a small hook. Like probably here. And I'll clean off the fluff. And then and if you were gonna tie one with wing, where the wing cases are broken but the wings aren't out yet, you would just use that tied in as the shuck. But I'm gonna, since we're tying one freeform with the wings out, it doesn't have legs according to their recipe. But what we do have is we're gonna kind of pull these back on there. We want to kind of keep them in place, and you can either use, I'll show you what I'm going to use though, but you can either use soft tex on there, or Solarez Fly Tie Flex formula. This is not the thick or the thin. This is a flexible type of Solarez, or anyway, it's flexible UV glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a touch on my finger right there. And you could say this could be cheating, but and then we'll take the Solarized light and then that creates that. And then to give it the little fork, we can take our scissors, and I'm going to separate this again. And we'll clip this out. Like that. Like that, there. All right. And then we'll tie that in. Make sure it stays on top. And we'll trim off this stuff here. And then we're going to go ahead and do our body dubbing. And I'm going to use standard olive in hairline dubbing. Kind of add a little bit more here to get that front a little bit thicker. So now we've got our tailing shuck and our back part of the body. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get some duck wing fibers. And again, to make sure that they're consistent a little bit, I'm going to use the hook gap of the hook that I'm using. And according to their book also, if you want to put legs on there, they kind of suggest it not if you're going with an upright wings like we're doing right here. But then again, who says that they're right either just because they're the authors of the book? You know, it's whatever you interpret what a stillborn would look like. And we'll try to do a soft pinch wrap in here. And try to separate those wings. I don't care if they're crooked or not, it's a stillborn. Next I'm going to use is some brown olive right here. Looks more brown, but it's brown olive according to the box. And I'll put a little head cement on there. And we'll whip finish. And we'll cut our thread. There you have it. A Swisher and Richards still fly in the Sidewinder variation of the Mayfly. All right, that concludes that. I guess the next 3 flies that we're going to be tying in this Project Healing Waters project on Monday nights is going to be 3 caddis style flies. I suspect it'll probably be an articulated nymph pattern again, and then maybe some type of a caddis fly with laid down wings, and I'm not sure, maybe a stillborn caddis fly, or maybe a fly that has been spent. In other words, the wings are laying out flat, and on a caddis fly they've got 4 wings. But we'll have to wait and see when they announce them as they go along. But I hope you give this fly another try. It's gets a little easier to tie those wings on, and like I said, if you wanted to tie one without the wings, where it's just got the case just finally breaking and the wings maybe emerging out, you just fold over those wings over the thorax and let them split, and they'll look like that. And then make sure you put some legs on then for that. Alright, I'm Daryl, and we'll see you on the water.